castle. The blonde will splash around to get his attention, and then
The world is a mess. Life under the sea is the only thing they got. You see, it's just always cleaner in somebody else's plate. You think about going up there, but that is a big mistake. And you just look at the world around you in the cuckoo times. People going crazy as hell, and my animations ain't even working under the sea. Good morning, everybody. Under the sea. I gotta stop that. Down here is where to take it from me. I might talk about merging. Under the sea, they got the fun, but the plastic and face mask shrink to the bottom. Life ain't no better under the sea. I gotta talk about something today. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Whew. Oh, look at this. My animations aren't working. Well, you know what? Listen, Facebook, I'm sick of you, but I appreciate you both at the same time. Some things had transpired this weekend that I feel I must talk about, as well as being street smart and applying that to being earth smart. Good morning, everybody. Under the sea, we swim away. Under the sea, something about the day. I used to sing that with my little sister all the time. Take it from me. My mama, she did not want a boy. She already had two. She tried to make a girl, so I had to raise my little sister. I used to sing. We used to do mermaids all the time. What is her name? Ariel and Under the Sea. Now I told somebody that you keep messing with me, we gonna do mermaids. We might do mermaids today. I'm sick of it. People let other people have their reality. Leave them the hell alone. All right. Unity is the only way we fix this damn thing. All right. I would love to talk about Bretton Woods, but if not, we gonna talk about mermaids. I told you, keep messing with the UFOs and the aliens. Listen, people need to escape from criminal world. People need to escape from this nonsense. You need to let them talk about the flat earth. You need to let them talk about, because here's the thing. The only way we get out is unity. That's the only way we get out. That's the only way we're going to get out. The only way the human race is going to be free is through unity. So somebody needs to talk about flat earth, some aliens, UFOs, free energy. Let them talk. Let them talk. We don't know. How's that saying go? I posted it this morning. The opposite, damn it, I'm gonna have to look it up. Something about the opposite of up is down and left is right. Something stupid is ignorant and all right. What is that saying? I think it was Einstein, wasn't it? What the hell did he say? Einstein. Somebody said that. Right. No, not belief in it. Oh, I didn't post it. Or did I post it late? Did I post it? I don't know. Hang on. We got to find unity, and we ain't going to find unity if everything got to be about you. Stop making every damn thing about you and what you believe. Oh, there you go. The opposite of knowledge is belief. All right. It is your belief that gets in the way of unity. All right. We're all in this together. We all going to sink or die together. We're going to thrive together. Yes. For the sake of this conversation, Christine, mermaids are real. And anybody got any issue with that? We're going to do mermaids today. You know what? I think they are, Christine. In my reality, they're real. They are real. Most of the planets are ocean planets. Do not get me started. Oh, Lord, Christine, was I looking at? What's her name this morning? Let me find the comments. Hang on. I was looking at the Enuma Elish, the Sumerian tablets, and I there's so much bigotry in me. It's just ridiculous. I was looking at creation stories, right? And so I always think about creation from a human perspective, like the humans, Earth, creation, my God, When you start like listening to the Sumerian tablets, the epics of the planets and how they all came together and how they took that and they put it in an epic that people would repeat over time, but encoded how the planets came together and the orbits. Man, the creation did not start on no damn Earth. But we're ignorant and we're narcissistic as this society makes it. So we think about everything from a human and an Earth perspective. Creation began a long damn time ago. Is there a mermaid planet out there? Most likely. Don't get me started on that. Yeah, you know what? It's good morning. I've already jumped into it. How y'all doing this morning? I do want to talk about Bretton Woods and unity. The division that's got us here not saving grandmama and how big tech companies are not there for your safety. Just to let everybody know, in case you confused, discombobulated, and ain't figured it out yet. Big tech companies are not there. For-profit big tech corporations are there for one reason, and it's not to save your grandmama nor you. Oh, look at this, StreamYard. Good morning, StreamYard. Boom. Good morning, Patricia Hauser. Me like boom. Oh, you misspelled the boom. That's okay. I do that all the time, Patricia. I post booms like something like that. Hey, good morning, Darlene. How you doing this morning? Riley is hi. Riley, tell us something we don't know. Mark Johnson is in the house. Brother, it's been a minute. Good morning. Long time no see. Took a break from Facebook. Went to the real world. Smoking my first bowl and I want to know it. Well, we shoot. Listen, I could do a 3-hour video on mermaids. I think mermaids might be real on some planet. I'm not sure they're on this planet, but something down in that ocean. We know more about the surface of the moon than the ocean. And this is just a threat. That's all it is. I don't want to talk about mermaids. I did that my whole time, raising my little sister. That's all we did. We used to sit in front of that big old ignorant TV box. Under the sea is always greener in somebody else's drawers. Something about going up there. And yes, I make up the words. Just look at the world around you. Here on the ocean floor or in ignorant America. Just look at the things around you. What more are you looking for? And then they say, Medicare, get out my borders. Put up a wall. Universal health care. Like, yeah, don't be interested in that because they kill people for that. And the grass is always green in somebody else's yard. If you're in the NATO allies because they're killing other people and they're putting their nitrates in your grass. That's why it's green. Yours ain't green. Yours is kind of green, greenish. And I'm not sure what any of all that meant. Hey, good morning, Patricia House. Please don't let that be a Monday omen for this week. What's the Monday omen? What, smoking weed? That's a good omen. That's a good thing. Beautiful. Oh, did y'all see the what happened with the drugs? With the drugs, my druggie friends say, hey, yeah, here they come. Here come Christ. Here come the druggie. What happened with your drugs? Did they legalize cannabis? Didn't they have a everyone kept tagging me in they had a hearing. Your criminal government got together and had a hearing, the Senate or something, talking about decriminalizing. Did they decriminalize your natural medicine from Garden of Eden yet? Did they stop being anti? Did the satanic people stop being anti-satanic? Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Susie. How you doing this morning? Ooh, did y'all see that internal memo going around Facebook this morning with all the doctors and scientists that's banned on the big tech platforms telling you what actually is happening in the world? Did y'all see that? I was telling the sister that this morning. I said, you know what? Facebook saved the world. Facebook, are you watching me? It's somebody, can I get a heart at Facebook if y'all watching? Who's ever, it's just software, people. Nobody's watching. Nobody at Facebook. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. But there are people on these platforms. And if you notice, they let you send private messages on very important things. All right. This is why I said, listen, the biggest problem they got with this colonized world is humans are in every department of big tech, government, all around the planet. Psychopaths and demons, and aliens, and probably dried leg mermaids are there too. However, people are everywhere. And the only reason that I know what's going on, you might be street smart, you might be earth smart. The only reason I know I have an idea of what's going on is Facebook. Facebook. Private messaging, not the public stuff. If you don't have good friends on Facebook that find information and send it to you, you will have no damn idea what goes on in this world. I was telling the sister this morning that you get that email, you get the message like, this is going to get banned in a few seconds. So I stop, jump out, shout, hit the button, watch the video, think it's going to get deleted. It never gets deleted. Very rarely those videos get deleted. They get deleted when you share them publicly. That's what I'm saying. Privately, Facebook is working for the human race. They're doing good things. People in there are doing good things. They're letting you know what's going on. So I'm not like against Facebook. I'm not no anti-war Zuckerberg and all that. They know if we all die, they can't sell advertisements. They're not there to help us, but something good is happening. There are people in there. Hey, good morning, Mark. All right. Good morning, Kati in Germany. Is Germany on lockdown? Somebody asked that question this weekend of Germany. I thought they were. But I can't say yes because I'm not in Germany and all the media is lying about every damn thing all the damn time right now. So you have to ask Kati if they on lockdown. I don't know. Mike Mandalorian is in the house. Do you know who I do know who you are, Mike Mandalorian, but you're about to get deleted because I saw your post from this weekend. People keep making new profile names. Riley has about 800 profile names. What'd you say? I don't do private G. I let it flap in the wind. I don't know. I'm not even going to touch that, Riley. Good morning. Anyway, yeah, because Mike Mandalorian, he said drop your memes about vaccines or something. So he's going to get deleted. He doesn't seem to understand, but he doesn't care. He's a fighter. He's fighting the war he's supposed to fight. Some people fighting the mermaid fight, the truth about mermaids. Do y'all get that? I'm not against people talking about mermaids and flat earth and Bigfoot and all the rest of this stuff, because we all going to die together. And the dumbest thing to do is us die fighting, arguing over mermaids and aliens and UFO, Bigfoot, flat earth, donut earth. That's just the most, no, actually, I take that back. That's not completely true. The most ignorant way to die is in a civil war over mask or no mask. That's probably the most ignorant. I was thinking about that this week. I said, what if they actually get their civil war and we all die? Because people didn't want to eat apples and oranges and be healthy. I was imagining, I was having fun. I was thinking like the future and like Russia 2092. They're like kids are sitting down having a test. Like, how did America go extinct? You know, that is that Russian? How did America go extinct would be the question on the test. Well, they're dumb as hell. They believe big tech companies. They was fighting over wearing face diapers, treated like children. The Civil War started. And then I was thinking also about the Civil War. If that gets started, are y'all gonna wear your mask while y'all fight? Can we make some rules? I'm sorry, I'm having fun. I'm just thinking, listen, if we're gonna have a civil war, I need to see y'all in every single battle with your mask on, your face diaper, because we're gonna be spitting, shooting snot rockets and stuff. We're gonna be, if they got them Purell stations, I was thinking like in between foxholes, they might have like Purell stations. There will not be one of those stations untampered with. I tell you that we're gonna pee and all that. We're gonna put all kind of cuckoo viruses, and flus and bacteria, snot and everything. Anyway, now I'm a little disgusted. Good morning, everybody. Anyway, what's happening, Mike? Oh, a lot of stuff. I want to talk about Bretton Woods too, Patricia. I want to talk about a bunch of stuff this morning, but I want to see if somebody wants to start a divide and fight and argue over what somebody needs to survive, distraction. We talked about, we had a great conversation this weekend with Bo Fonts Jenkins and Savant Man, whatever his name is, put my faces on Faces Appers and stuff. Great conversation. Let people have their distractions, people. Whatever people need to get through this. We haven't been colonized, controlled, discombobulated, disconfigured, and made crazy, narcissistic, and psychotic as hell. If somebody needs crackabyss, cannabis, mermaids, flat earth, or aliens, or UFO to get up in the morning, leave them the hell alone. You don't mess with people on Prozac, do you? All right. If you don't mess with people on Prozac, don't mess with people talking about mermaids. All right. Are we done? Shared. Okay. Let me see. You owe me a taco. Wow. You a damn. I don't know nobody nothing. Good. The Bible script says, owe nobody nothing but to love him, unless it's Rebecca Costello and you in her yard and one of her lions bites you in the toe and she owe you something. Good morning, heaven. Good morning, Heather. All right. We ready to get started. I got to show y'all something. I got to shoot a couple things. I'm posting y'all about to die from bacterial pneumonia. Yeah, well, ooh, isn't that a thing? Isn't that a thing? People don't know about that. Who's it? Dr. Shiva did a video. If you have not heard of these doctors, it's because big tech companies are not there for your safety. They're there to delete and ban these people. For a great discussion, explain that. Who's it? Kim Iverson, and not Corbett, but Lee Camp. They explain the billions of dollars these big tech companies are getting in your tax dollar from the CIA to make sure certain people get in government so they can get their billions in contracts. So if you've not heard of Dr. Shiva, he explained bacterial pneumonia, and somebody else did this weekend, but I forgot who it is. Right? Talking real talk. Real talk. Good morning. Good morning, Jonathan. Good morning, Darlene. Inconceivable. Mark, this whole world is inconceivable. I can't believe that we're right here. That's why I laugh so much, because I'm just like, really? We're going to do this? We're going to start a civil war because you want other people to wear a face diaper because you won't stop eating sugar. It's crazy to me. Like, y'all know how bad a civil war would be? But it would be kind of funny. I don't know if I can shoot. I'd probably be laughing the whole time. Like, y'all really going to charge in face diapers, huh? This is what y'all going to do? Man, do you know that we peed in all your face diapers last night? You might want to take those back to the fire and sterilize some of those things. Anyway, well, fools stay. Oh, well, fools. Well, fools stay fools, don't they? They do, Christine. They do. And that's kind of why I got the mermaid picture. Y'all need to fight. Everybody needs to fight a whole lot less. I started I'm going to tell you a few secrets. The live streamers, we have some back channels where we have discussions and we talk about y'all. I started one where it was like, hey, this is going to be to bring people in to have some conversation, so I can send out a link every now and then and bring live streams into the conversation with this new platform that we paying for, that y'all putting money on the Patreon paying for. I got an intro video and an exit video, trying to get professional. And I was at Slavery. It was either Saturday or Sunday. And I looked down, my phone kept going, and finally I figured out, I was like, you know what, the world might have come to an end. The alien UFOs or something might be over Berlin or somewhere. My friends are trying to tell me. So I finally looked down at my phone. And damn it, if it wasn't a conversation. The live streamers arguing, yelling, fussing, screaming, fighting, throwing snot boogers and smacking each other. And I was just like, man, we all gonna die. If we can't seem to figure out, let other people live in their own realities, we ain't gonna make it. We ain't gonna make it. I saw they were going back and forth. Your mama this, your mama that, your daddy this, your this. It was a little funny. I got a little piece of my drama, and then I was done with it. And I was like, I can't watch this. It almost felt like I was watching your president's debate. Which is why I know that Jivin Bowden and Donald Trump are the perfect presidents for the United States to colonize ignorant world, because even my friends is flipping out. So try to let other people live in their own space. That's my only point. You don't know as much as you ever think that you do. And if you keep telling me I shouldn't talk about aliens, we gonna talk about mermaids. That's all I'm saying. So the whole list got blown up. I changed the name of the list. It was live streamers. Come on, G's panel or something like that was the name of it. I changed it to just ignorant live streamers yelling and fighting with each other over something. Could have been a donut. Actually, I'm just kidding. It might have been an important conversation. I just couldn't. I don't do like personal stuff, right? Like when I start to see people throwing personal names out and flipping it, I don't do sides. I just look at it and say, yeah, I can't do this. Then Ty did a video about it too. And Ty was being very political. I was very, very professional. He didn't want to mention my name, which is fine. I was the one who did it. I started it. I started the list on a positive thing. But then, so anyway, I'm done with that. Good morning, everybody. I want to get started, get into some stuff. But I'll do comments before we get down. Oh, you know what? I need to find a way to use this. I might actually have streaming comments from all platforms. I'm thinking about it. Some of the aliens I would classify as psychopath, but no longer human. There are much greater things to ponder than getting sick. Yeah, I agree. I think aliens are everywhere. Mermaids are. I think they are, Christine. I have no doubts in my mind. But either way, I'm not gonna argue with nobody. I'm not gonna waste not half a second of my day like that conversation y'all was in. I just looked at it and I was like, Lord have mercy. We're gonna be in a civil war. Yeah, we are. We're gonna be in a civil war over face diapers. How is that not funny? All right, I don't know. How did the greatest, ignorant, largest but shortest lived empire in the world collapse? Because half the people they didn't want to stop eating sugar. They wanted to keep taking statins, and they didn't want to blame criminal corporations for a false flag. It's a false flag, people. It's all a false flag. People die in false flags, but a false flag is a setup. You were set up. You ate sugar. They convinced you could just take statin drugs and the flu wouldn't kill you. So the flu started killing people. It's a false flag. Stop blaming the people without the face diapers who don't want to lock down, who want to hold up herd immunity and save you and grandmama, and you stay in your house and get your diet and your health together. That's what we should be doing, not fighting across the boards. I posted something on that this weekend. I was having some thoughts while I was at Slavery. It's like the strong people want to get back to work. The strong people want to get out there and get back to slavery. Let the strong people get out there and get back to slavery. Don't try to, hey, you got to stay in the house with us and your face diaper. No. Hang on. All right. I don't know how to show this to you. I have to figure out how to use this platform. But Something about strong people. Let them go back to work or something. Hang on. Oh. Did y'all see that picture of they released a picture of Michelle Obama hugging Donald Trump. Did y'all see that? Oh, I love it. Oh, you know what? I think I can show it to you. Hold on. Whoa. Hang on. Let me see if I appreciate y'all being patient with me. I'm trying to figure out how to use this thing. I think if I do that, and because a lot of people here are on Facebook, a lot of my friends, they kicked them all off of Facebook. Most of them are conservatives. I try to speak up for y'all best that I can. They threw y'all off the platform because they had to get you the hell out of here, right? No, is that it? No, that's the other one. Oh, I do want to play that, but that's not what I wanted to show you. Hold on. Oh, you know what I got to do? I think I got to stop sharing that screen. And I got to, hang on. I'm going to figure it out. Add the stream. Stop screen. Okay, stop share screen. Some of this is funny. No, everything on Facebook is hilarious to me. It is hilarious. All right. No, I'm not going to share the audio. Oh, I can share audio with Facebook. Here we go. Is it showing? Hold on. What? There you go. Let me make myself smaller. There you go. This is the real world right here. We talk about the real world. This is liberals in 2030. You don't think you understand this picture? You will eventually. Just keep working on your street smart. Take your street smart and try to apply it to global smart, and you will understand this picture. If you understand what Bretton Woods was back then, and you know what's happening in Bretton Woods now, and why that global person mentioned Bretton Woods, you would understand this picture right here. This is going to be y'all in 2030. All right. Nobody defies the world's global billionaires. The whole human race can unite it. Nobody does divide it. All right. No, that's not what I wanted to show you that, though. Let me see if I click off of that. Is it still showing? I need to show you. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show you. We were talking Civil War, right? That's not funny. I know it's not funny. I don't know why I laugh so damn much. Hold on. Wait. That's not it. That's not it. I need to find something about strong people go out to work. I posted a bunch of stuff this weekend. There you go. Here you go. Here's this right here. Oh, I can't make it big though. All right. I know somebody's gonna use that as a joke. That's okay. Gerard said he can't make it big. Gerard needs to take some drugs. No, because you take them drugs. See, and that's another one. Viagra, that's another one. If anybody convinces you that you got to take criminals, lab-made, crazy drugs, synthetics to do something natural, that's a problem. You know, same problem with Viagra, the same problem with the statin drugs. You not eating a healthy diet, so you can't boing, yoing, yoing, and yoing, yoing. Okay? You can't. The blood's not flowing. There are doctors who, isn't that the same thing? Are my medical people here? Isn't that the same thing? Isn't it clotting? Because the statin, the thing, cardiovascular is about clotting. Isn't Viagra about clotting? Some of you eating donuts and Twinkies and stuff, and you trying to get you something to boing, yoing, yoing, yoing. It don't boing, yoing, yoing because you got the clotting and the blood doesn't flow the right way or something and gets blocked on the way to Rome or something. Something like same damn thing. No, I couldn't get this. Is right here. Look at it. What did he say? Why did strong people work through the Black Plague? Because not working was certain death. You 1% maskers are more deadly than any plague we've ever heard of because you're speaking for criminals, colonizers, psychotic, pathological, systematic racists and systematic poor, hurting people, killing, blowing stuff up, and poverty, right? Poverty is the worst form of violence. Please do not support people who create more poor people. That is called a genocide. All right, I'm done. That's not one. I'm going to take you into a deep brother aspect. Let me move down the comments. All right. Ooh, Gerard has mastered talking to himself. Jonathan, you have no idea. I talk to myself all damn day. My life, once I figured out John around probably 10 years ago, I started to realize I'm in this by myself. Ain't nobody here with me. Hey, I'm in it for myself. I need to talk to myself. Nobody understands my reality, Jonathan Hogo, more than I do. Nobody does. I talk to myself all in the car, on a house, with a boat, and everywhere, all the time, because I need to understand my perspective. And nobody understands my perspective. Like people don't understand the mermaid's perspectives or other people's perspective. All right, Christine wins. 2029. My predictive programming tells me. What does it tell you? 20 is the world going into 20? Is that when America goes away? All right, let's get down to the last comment so I can play this video for y'all. That's what happened when you keep stick. You ding dong in the donut hole. Yes, Beaufont is here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, who needs a new Facebook alias? Anybody who's posting anything true, any doctors, scientists who are defying big tech corporations, billion-dollar payoff for the people that's going in Jod Bowden's cabinet. And the same things happen all around the world, Germany and everywhere else. Street smart. Everything is about money. Nothing's about politics and emotions. All right. Impotence. Yes, impotence. Yeah, impotence. That big word. Yes, Rebecca. Isn't that because of clotting? Because people have bad diets? Because that's not. It's not. No. Because if we had that problem evolving and the dingalings didn't ding or and ling when they needed to, we wouldn't still be here. That's not natural. That means you were eating something that was not here during evolution. Nothing ever had a problem doing that. Why do I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the ding-a-ling. And all right, I'm stopping. All right, you gotta go, man. You brought some energy in here. Yes, I'm blaming it on you. Unsettling watching him debate himself. I debate myself all the time, and I lose pretty much every debate, Beaufont. So if you were in my head, you would understand. Verbal diarrhea, yes, because I'm going crazy, and this is my mermaid. Sometimes I got to talk to myself, through comments. Yeah, hell yeah, Norma. I answer myself. I talk to myself. Y'all think I'm playing when I say that I think that I'm in Truman Show, but I'm Gerard. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm not playing. I think I'm here by myself. And I think Jasmine in Jasmine world. I think Norma is in Norma world. I think Rebecca in Rebecca world, Riley, and everybody else around them is non-custodial players, and they just playing all the damn time. When people talk to each other, they are organizing their own thoughts. We are one. In every sensing that concept. Yes, absolutely. Got to talk to yourself. If you don't talk to yourself, you should start today. Please, people, church, everybody, if you don't talk to yourself, trust me, I don't understand you. I'd be honest with you. Who's that? Jasmine? I have no idea. I don't understand you. Darling, I have nope. Gerard, I got problems. I can't help you. I can give you my perspectives from me and the stuff that I've been through, and maybe that kind of might think might help you, but in general, no, I can't help you. That's why I don't give advice no more, Jasmine. I don't tell nobody nothing. This is why part of why I'm not on anybody's team. What kind of advice I got to give Jasmine and Yvonne? I don't know anything was going on in your life for the most part. I don't give people, should I get divorced? Should I get married? Should I get the job? Should I take the job? Should I go here? Should I go here? I just look at people like, yeah, 7. That's my answer is 7. That's 7. No, B. I'm sorry. Did I say 7? I meant B. That's your choice, because I'm not living in your reality. Everybody's living in their own reality. You got to make your own decisions. And this is the ignorance about the whole debate thing. People going back and forth arguing about what's real. What's real to Matthew is not what's real to Kimberly. What's real to Kimberly is not what's real to Riley. What Riley got to do, Jesse ain't got nothing to do with. What Jesse got to do, Vern ain't going there. She ain't got no time for that. And Hogo going back to prison. And then here comes Hogo can go to prison. Adam don't want to go to prison. Adam just don't want to wear a damn face diaper. So he quit his job to stand up for everybody else. We all work together very well. You just leave everybody alone. You start talking to yourself. Does that make sense to people? All right, good. Let's get into it. We do need some unity. And I saw a great video this morning. I had to show it to you. Good morning. Dad, Dingle in the house. Dingo! I can go somewhere with that. I'm not going to do it. But people used to go there with me all the time. Last name, hey. Been all kind of jokes, my last name. So I'm used to it. Let me show you this real quick. And I know, Jasmine, you got 99 problems. And dealing with somebody in a Facebook comment section or private live stream of discussion ain't one of them. So that's why I don't even look. Once I see people in emotional debates, I try to get a laugh out of it, then I move on. Let me know if the sound is good.
People do has an agenda. Sometimes it's very difficult for the average person to see this because they simply don't have time. They're so busy running on the treadmill. The only problem is that we've been taught that government is who we should be relying on, when the reality is that the ones that we should be relying on ultimately is ourselves. The greatest tool that is used to control the masses and to keep us in the state that we are in is the divided state of our community, the generally divided state of our society. Each country is divided against each other, and then you break that down. Each state is divided against each other. Each community is divided against each other. Each person within the community is divided against the other people in the community, very often with their own families as well. And all of this is done by design. And even in the response to the system, the response is so divided because so many people have a focus on a particular rabbit hole or a particular agenda, and nobody is really willing to unite. So many people want to be the kingpin. So many people want to be the guru. And look, I can appreciate that there's people out there that want to sell books, and we do need to make an income. We need to make a living because we all have to pay to be alive. And well, it may be an unfortunate thing, but it is an unfortunate reality. And we need to put all these differences aside. One of the most effective things the government ever did to hide the grand conspiracy that underlies all the other conspiracies was to create a conspiracy culture around it to hide the grand conspiracy. This is the best method that COINTEL has. It's one of their most effective methods. It's something they do every time. They will take a real conspiracy, something that is a real problem, and they will embellish it to the point that it becomes unbelievable, or they will surround it with all sorts of conjecture and innuendo and theory. And that's why there's been so many conspiracies interjected into the movement in the last 10, 20, 25 years, 30 years. I mean, it's been going on for a long time. If people are going to claim that the issue is the...
Commercial. Welcome back to Motorhead Garage presented by Topcoat. All right, I've got one for
Thank
you.
you, Topcoat. Never mind.
The issue that will serve to awaken the masses and change the world, whatever the topic is, it first needs to be proven to be 100% true. And that has not and will not occur until mankind achieves the freedom to actually find out. But that freedom will never be achieved while people continue to argue and waste time over claiming fact on whatever topic there is that they're looking at. And therefore, the entire process cancels itself out. You know, the claiming of fact on both sides, when the reality is that neither side actually knows for sure, is the entire reason these psychological operations and conspiracy theories have been introduced, because they are circular arguments that cannot be solved without freedom. And the argument and the division the argument creates is the very thing that prevents that freedom from ever being achieved. And people need to be careful what they believe. You know, because once you go down this rabbit hole and you start researching and investigating things, if you start believing everything that you see, you're going to end up very, very confused. And what happens is that people will look into a particular topic and they'll take pieces of it and they'll believe that, but not the rest of it. And then they'll take pieces of another topic and they'll believe bits of it, but not the rest of it. And then they add it all together and they end up so confused and so convoluted because they're starting to place too much power in the written word. They're starting to place too much power and too much value in what they read in books, and not enough power and value in themselves and what they experience for themselves. And that is a huge, huge problem. And it's a huge mechanism that has been put into human consciousness in order to keep us divided. And it is extremely effective.
All right, I got to stop there because Beaufont said it right there as well. And it's extremely effective. You know why? Because mermaids are fun. They're emotional. You want to believe. Why? Because that's your thing. You know, as a kid, you had a big brother who would sing Little Mermaid with you. You're like, I love mermaids. It's your go-to, right? It's your peace thing. For other people, it's the garden. For other people, it's aliens. Other people, it's UFOs. Other people, it's the Bible and scriptures of being Muslim and the Gita and Jewish and whatever it is. It's emotional. You know, and that's your private space, is your belief system. It's extremely effective to use these things because they attach to you like an identity, right? You attach your intellect to flat earth and you're willing to fight somebody till you're blue in the face over something that completely does not matter in the grand sense of things. Same thing with political parties. You affiliate with the Democrats or the Republicans or the left or the right. Now your side is the good side, your side is the correct side, the other side is the wrong side. You make it emotional, you attach your intellect to it, and you are willing to let the entire world burn for your ignorant belief system. Like, do you see what he's saying? Like, it's extremely effective because you attach it to emotion. The only way you can break an intellectual is to make them an emotional mess. That's how you rule the world, through bread and wood. That's how you do it. So he's killing it right here. He's killing mask or no mask, lockdown or no lockdown. How about leave everybody the hell alone? How about let people be adults ever, right? Matrix is smarter. Being here on Facebook makes it stronger, I believe. Yes, and yes and no. Yes and no. I agree with that, and I don't agree with that, Christine. It is because that's what it's designed for, public facing. But privately, the only reason I have a little sense of what's going on is because of Facebook private messages that people send around. You know, and I give them credit for that, right? Publicly, they can't defy the food companies that create ding-a-ling problems, right? Because they got to sell you the Viagras and stuff to make the thing go pop, you know. But they can let you defy them privately. They can't defy massive global vaccination corporations in public because they got to sell advertisements. But in private, they can. And this is what the point I was making earlier is that they could delete all those videos the moment you upload it, right? The moment you say the V word, they could delete it right there. And that's the end of it. And just let the advertisements drive what is true. And the Bill Gates and the Fauci's, but they let people upload those videos. If y'all saw the last one, if y'all didn't see the last one with all the doctors and scientists lining up, you got the wrong friends. You need to find somebody on this friends list. If you got the video and somebody else needs the video, y'all make some friends and y'all share it around, because these are people talking real things. These are the doctors and scientists that are being banned by big tech in the public space. In the public space. The one time I got thrown off of YouTube because I uploaded that video of 28,000 medical professionals signing a particular petition for something that they were not going to do. And YouTube, the moment I uploaded, within seconds, I was thrown off the platform for a moment, or banned. Why? Because it's not people watching this. Ain't nobody sitting around watching me. Ain't nobody YouTube got no time for that. They got mortgages. They got slavery. They got TPS reports, PowerPoints, and Excel spreadsheets to create. They don't have time to watch me, you, or anybody else. It is software. They key in on words and it makes decisions immediately on upload. So if you've got a video that's been out, and this one's been out here for about 10 hours, it was concise, it was to the point. Forgot the sister who sent it to me. Off the charts. I think it started off with Dr. Sugar. Dr. Sugar is the first face. So yeah, it absolutely does. And because they're learning from it, right? They're training AI on us. They're learning about us. They're listening. They're looking at posts everywhere, and they're showing you advertisements here. They're creating little profiles of everybody in massive databases, who you are, where you go, what you do, why you do, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what political parties you're in, what you believe in, if you like mermaids, you don't like mermaids, and they're showing you advertisements for profit for that. Then governments are using it to control you. They already know who's going to take the shot and who isn't. They already know. Because they're learning. The matrix is absolutely getting stronger. So all we can do at this point is utilize these tools to the best we can to wake up who we can and educate. And I hope they do try. I'm a hope that they try to force the thing that we talk about. Why? Because if they do, I think the pendulum's going to swing back in their face. All right. Let me do a couple more comments and we'll go back to Max. Yeah, I think it was Max. I think it was Max Egan. I don't think it was David Wright. The world is run by a global code. No question about that. Yes, I agree with Max. We need to wake up and see what's happening in front of our faces. We do, Kimberly, and stop arguing like children. Stop arguing like children. You know, I get pulled in. Everybody gets pulled in. But when you realize that this is a fight to nowhere and the human race got somewhere to be, stop. I get it. You know, you need to have fun, try to help. But when you realize that a person is not there to help, the person is there to be right. Like he talked about, everybody's got to pay the bills. Everybody needs to, and so I get that too. But when you realize that it's not a discussion, it's not discourse, right? It's a debate. This is why I say I don't debate with people. Because I don't really care what, the only debate, we have one debate, all right? And it's not even a debate. The human race needs to be free. The human race needs to be sovereign. We no longer need to be enslaved by a 0.01%. And 99.9% need to be released and let go free to live their lives. And that's not a debate. That is, we're going to do this or I'm fine with extinction. That's not a debate. It's nothing to talk about. I'm done. Like I have nothing else to say on that. Well, how do we get there? Well, it starts with not listening to the 0.01% and their massive corporations, So people could debate that. So that's why I don't do debates. Because I'm not interested. It's a waste of time. Aliens are fun too. Plus, you can project holograms into the clouds and freak people out wherever you go. And see, and this is Patricia House. This is why we talk about it. And you have to talk about it from a realistic perspective. We can go down that alien route and have fun. Aliens, what are they? Probes, human from the future, people from other dimensions, other galaxies coming here. Yep. The Pentagon released it. But it's probably free energy, most likely. Yep. Odds are they got holograms. If they got whales jumping in auditoriums in schools to show that hologram technology, would they do that to make kids laugh and not do that to stage an alien invasion, to scare everybody, to make them wear face diapers, to make them stay in the house and give over their incomes, destroy their middle-class businesses so you can have the greatest transference of wealth in the human population to the 0.01%? Hell yeah, they might do that. They might do that if cuckoo virus doesn't work. So it's fun to go down that distraction route, be sustainable and then pull back best that you can. I'm 100% in favor of the mermaid people, because I think that they need to be told the truth about mermaids. That they probably ain't real. They probably ain't real. But see, if you release that information, if you no longer allow 0.01% in these industries to have secrets, you agree with open source society, like Brother Mark keeps saying, because we are in IT together. We both same damn thing, not together. We worked in different places, but we saw the same thing. There are levels of technology being kept from the human population that keep them enslaved to their own ignorance and doing things that automation can do. But if you have an open source society, then everybody knows what's true. Then human beings can make good decisions, and then they don't get together fighting each other over conspiracies, wasting everybody's time when we got somewhere to go, because the children who come behind us, the next generation, need something better than this doo-doo sandwich that we got going on here. That's their name. All right, what y'all talking about? Mask is the most effective one at the moment. Yeah, it is. They got them going, bro. People yelling and screaming. If somebody wants to wear a mask, let them wear a mask. If they don't want to wear a mask, don't abuse them. There was the one both on. Oh goodness, did y'all see the video? The guy was on the mountain, and I guess they were hiking or something, and the other guy had his face diaper on. The other one had the face diaper. And yes, no, I'm not going to stop calling them face diapers, by the way. That's not mine. Danielle gave me that nugget, and it explains too much that we are big babies. We forgot what human food is, and your government's treating you like you're a petulant child. So I'm not going to change that. But if you want to wear it, wear it. If it keeps you feel that it keeps you safe psychologically, it probably does. You should wear it. Nobody should be shaming them. But we got to be honest and say that this is a childish thing to do when we can go back to nature and stop dealing with corporations, criminal lying, false science. Another on the mountain, the guy was walking, older dude. And I don't remember how it transpired, what happened initially. All I know is he got so upset they weren't wearing a face diaper that he took his face diaper off, went over and started spitting on him. I'm positive. He thought the Civil War started. And it's ignorant, right? It is beyond ignorant. And that's another reason why I'm gonna call them face diapers. Because when you get people acting like big children doing dumb, ignorant, immature things that nobody over the age of 7 should be doing. We used to have spit contests when we were kids. Then when you can do it, and this man had to be in his 60s, then you know how effective it is, right? But you got to turn the damn television on. You got to turn that television off. It's making people really stupid. I'm not confused. All conspiracy theories have connection to each other. Big spider web, although I've wasted years on it. I can't see the whole comment there, sister. Yeah, and it's the conspiracy in the word conspiracy. Where does it come from? Ask these people here to tell you where it came from. They created all of this. And they give you just enough information to make you emotional and run down that road and fight with other people, so you don't pay attention to about the people who are driving the conspiracies to keep everybody fighting. Yes, Gerard, identify with a belief as if it's a capitalistic commodity. Yeah, well, it is. It is. Ooh, I love that word. Let me go back, Kimberly. Hold on. Ooh. Identities are a commodity to a crony capitalist world run in capitalism countries, communism countries, and socialism countries. They literally give you a belief system. You identify with it, and that is how you are commoditized. Absolutely. And it's not just conspiracy theory. It's all belief. It's all belief in a time where they withhold science from us. They withhold anything that can be used for war, anything that can be used against you in the court of the 0.01% owns everything will be used against you. We have to stop being commodities, Kimberly, and we need to stop letting them commoditize our children, and we need to stop helping them to commoditize our children. All right, he's a master of the obvious. He is. He's saying very truthful things. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. But unity is the only way. It's the only way, and you'll never get unity if you're still arguing over belief systems.
Belief is the enemy of knowledge. Be careful what you believe. The problem is that we remain divided. And we don't fight back, basically because most people are good people who don't want to hurt other people. And the ones that are employed to control us really don't think that way. They don't care who they hurt. And they wear lots of armor and they carry lots of weapons. So they are very intimidating, but we still have the strength of numbers. And all we really have to do is stay home and not comply. Very often people find themselves just trapped in this system and they don't see that the way out is actually within themselves. That's what this whole experience has been about. That's what it's all about, is finding that which is in yourself, finding that spark of you that exists within you. So many people have lost that. We measure ourselves up to all these different parameters and all these different models and all these different things we think we should be, but we miss out on us. We miss out on that spark of you that is you, that experience that you came here to have. What is that? It's there somewhere in the back of your mind if you can search. It was there when you were a child. I'm sure it was. There'd be something there, some reason. Didn't you think you were special when you were a child? Didn't you think there was a reason for you to be here? You weren't just randomly born, that you came here to do something. This was a special place, a special time, and you had a special reason for being here. All we have to do is choose to walk away, because the entire construct that keeps us here is just fiction. It's just a meme. It's just based on the idea that this is what we have to do. Even government's just an idea. Government doesn't really exist. It's not this thing that can come and eat you. It's just this building that people go to and they do what it says in the books. They believe in the written word, and the book says that they have to do this, so they do it because it's the law, because it's written in a book. Well, what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's not natural law. It doesn't serve anybody. It doesn't help anybody. I mean, sure, we need laws. We need laws to prevent people from committing crimes. So where does crime come from? Most crime comes because people are in a state of scarcity, or they're in a state where they're completely disconnected from themselves, both which are a result of this society, a result of this legislation, a result of the financial system, this entire meme that we've allowed to be constructed around us. So perhaps we should address that. Like there's no real remedy ever going to be found within this system, because the entire system is fiction. The entire system is designed to lead us away from who and what we are. That's what it's for. That's what it's always been for. And that's why we will never find any remedy, not in any movement, not in any legal action that we try to take, not in anything. The entire legal system is not based on what is right and what is wrong. It's not based on good and bad behavior. It's based on points of law, which is usually bound out through corporate law, which is usually done to promote the continuation of this system, to afford remedy to politicians and banksters and those at the top of the food chain, or those who consider themselves to be at the top of the food chain that they have created, but not to afford any remedy to us. It's only there to tie us up in red tape and to...
Welcome back to Performance TV.
Only to sell us stuff.
Top Coat. Wouldn't it be great?
Hey, Top Coat is back. You know why? I'm seeing... Hold on, wait. Is Top Coat... Hold on, wait. Let's pause for a minute. Is Top Coat... Is that for a car? Is that for a car? I bought some car wax not too long ago, and this is a good example. This is why I'm seeing that advertising saying, "No, gee, that's because you won't put on the ad blocker." Shut up. I love you. But listen, this is why. This is how it helps the Matrix. That's why I'm seeing that crap. Couple comments I want to deal with real quick. Hold on. Had to go back up. So question to the group. This is a good question. If you see a child muzzled, what should you do? Question. What should you do if you see a child muzzled? Now before you get to jumping, yeah, see that baby, it's abuse, it's blah, 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 blah. You're right, I agree with you. But if you go attacking a parent who thinks that they're saving their child from the plague that nobody can see outside, but they really believe is a plague outside, because their outside is the television. Do you think that that parent will defend their child from you? They will. I can tell you this. I can promise you this. And some of y'all know me well enough to know that if you ever came between my child and I, me trying to protect them from the Black Plague that's on the television, because I didn't find y'all on Facebook to educate me to grow up to know that this is a false flag. Yeah, you might get hurt. You might get hurt. I'll tell you, approach people in a way that you feel will be effective based on who they are. You know? And I talk to people. I never let a person. Well, very rarely have I seen a little kid with one on. First of all, because I think that they even say there's certain ages in my state that they do that. But I never really let them walk by. Like, I'll start some sort of a conversation. I talk to people all the time. And I think when you get used to talking to people, you get used to talking them in a way that's effective, right? So there's two things I say there, Adam. I completely agree with you. There's approaching people in a way that boosts our ego, and they're approaching people in a way to help them realize that they might be causing problems with their children. That's the only thing I'm going to add to that real quick, is we absolutely have to, but consider who they are, consider what you're seeing, and consider the approach that you have for them, and if it's going to make things worse or better. Because you actually can make it worse, right? If you approach people the wrong way, and people are very scared. They're very scared out there. You approach them the wrong way, it'll re-solidify their belief system, and they'll be willing to fight a civil war to keep the face diaper on their child, to keep them safe from the cuckoo virus, right? So in everything, try to approach it in a way that you think is going to succeed. And if you do it in a couple ways and it ends up in an argument, then obviously it was the wrong way. Same thing with the mermaids, approach people in a way. But be very careful approaching parents. We will kill you and eat you. Literally, I'm being honest with you. Parents, no, we something wrong with us. Hang on, let me move my head. That reminds me of something. What were we watching? Who was it? Melody stream this weekend? Whose stream we were talking about eating each other? The cannibal stream. Yeah, I think it was Melody. Real talk. So yeah, parents will kill you and eat you. There's not a question about that. And they'll feed you to their children too. We get into the Civil War, ain't enough food, we'll do that. We're trying to figure out who the healthiest people to eat, like if the Civil War comes, or Jivin Bowden finally stars everybody with the systemically impoverished laws so they can experiment on the poor people. Yeah, so you probably want. I was trying to decide: does it make more sense to eat the healthy people first, or the healthy people, or the weak people, right? Because you might need the healthy people to fight, but you also the weak. But if you eat the healthy people, like the Bill Buntings, like they're organic, right? They eat fresh food, like it'll strengthen you. But if you eat them first, that's strong people too. Then they can't fight. So I was thinking about that this weekend, and I decided that I'd probably eat Harsh. I think that Harsh would be the first. Harsh medications, he's the one always talking about some okra, because I wouldn't be able to fight nor eat healthy if it was just bothering me. I think you eat the annoying people. That's what I think. I'm not even sure why we're talking about it. But if we ever end up in that sort of scenario, like that movie Life or something, where that airplane crashed on the mountain and stuff, you got to think about these things ahead of time. But be careful approaching parents. Parents are dangerous. The most dangerous animal on the planet is the only monster on this planet. The only monster on this planet is the human being. Grizzly bears and crocodiles are not monsters. They eat for reasons. The most dangerous animal on this planet is a starving human, which is why the United States incorporated the starving you with the other native allies. The most dangerous of the dangerous people is going to be the parent with the starving child. Okay, think about that. Ew, that's gross. G. No, it's not. No, it is not. Who said that? Hang on, we about to have a fight. Hold on. Who said that? Move that. Deborah, that's not gross. That is not. I will eat. Listen. When you're hungry enough, you'll eat anything. Don't make me say the gross things. Because you can put basil on just about anything and make it delicious. You can take pesto and shove it up a gerbil's butt, and you might have a little pate sauteed sandwich or something. All right. When you're hungry, you're going to eat, and you're going to feed it to your children. That's not gross. That's called survival. The things we ate over surviving times, Deborah, go through the roof. All right. The question is, good morning, Sabrina. How you doing this morning? What's the question? The question is not who is doing what. The question is, what is done to us that hunt them, that tore out truth and evidence versus work, product, doctrine, and the many corporate systems that can now rewrite reality to buffer against accountability. And the rest of it got cut off. And I'm in whole concordance agreement with all the knowledge that's dropping out. It's just good to meet you. Absolutely. We have to fight things from a systematic perspective. And if someone is denying reality, then we can't make good decisions, right? We have to approach things as a system. If you are denied reality, then they can manufacture your enemy. And this is where we always fail, Sabrina, is that they literally manufacture our foe, whether it's Christian, Muslim, white, black, American, China, Russia, whatever, the banking systems. As long as they own reality, they can always create a foe to put you in conflict with so you make no progress. So it all comes back to unity. It always comes back to unity. All right, let's finish on. That fool needed a butt whooping. No, he did not, Patricia Hauser. Stop it. Stop it, because then he'd be ready for the Civil War. What did he need? I don't know how it started out. I didn't see the beginning of it. The guy who's spitting on the mountain, he probably, I'll go back and watch the whole thing. I think y'all might have seen it. I would guess that he was approached the wrong way. I would guess that he was an older dude that was scared. Wife could have had cancer. His wife could have had cardiovascular disease, one of the number one comorbidities, and he's scared, right? He was acting like a scared punk, but he was still a person. And when you got somebody elderly at home, when you got somebody, and my family fits the same scenario, Pat. My brothers are scared. They're stupid, but they're scared. No, they're not stupid. They just watch too much television, but they're scared. And scared people will default to their master, and they listen to their master. So, he needed to be educated. But also, I think that we need to process that people, we're not fighting with people. We're fighting their indoctrination. We're not fighting with logic. I call them face diapers for a reason. I mean, these are kids that are given a reality that you are the boogeyman in the closet, that you have teeth, horns, and a bifurcated tongue if you don't have a mask on, and you're out there killing people, right? And that is the reality they believe in. So I think we have to really consider, what would I have done? That's a good question. Which nobody asked me. I asked myself. I told you the conversation never stops. What would I have done? I have to go back and watch it. Try to approach him the right way. If I was with somebody else and it jumped off, sometimes we hang with ignorant friends. They get you in trouble. I try to educate him. I would try to. I mean, but see, sometimes things get out of control. It goes too far. I don't know. I might, if he spit on me, I might take it and rub it in my face. Thank you, sir. Do you got more? No, I need some more of your exosomes. Because you know what? Hey, go with me for a second. Just go with me for a second on this. Just think about this. Take on the fear right where the fear is at. And this is what I would do. I'm not telling you to do it. I just ate my orange. No, I didn't. Never mind. I'm lying. I didn't eat I'm saving grandma. I didn't eat it yet. So I eat healthy. I'm not worried about it. I need your exosomes. I need your viruses. I need your funguses, all the natural ones in your bacteria. I need all of that. If you were to spit, I'd probably, can you spit some more? Oh, thank you. Here you go. Got some more? Thank you. I'm COVID positive. Okay, thank you. Got some more? Okay, yeah, okay. And eventually that narrative will crack because he's like, well, why isn't this man scared? How come he's not there? Would you like my phone number? I'm going to text you in a week. You want to go golfing? Because the thing is, I think you have to break the narratives where the narratives are based. Don't nobody do that. That's crazy as hell. I'll do it because I lived a great life and I really don't care. I might get the wrong. I honestly think there are multiple strains of this thing out there. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not on anybody's team. I think that there's a natural biological one that I've got. I already had. But there might be a bioweapon. There might be something else. Who knows? They haven't isolated things, so we don't know anything. And so don't act in ignorance. I'll do it because I really don't have much fear. But it might break the narrative. All right, let's going. Y'all talking about what's the name again? you know what? He has his belief system. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get in that fight. I'm not gonna get in. I stay out of every fight that I can. Everybody's got their belief systems, and I just, when somebody irritates me, I just say, okay, yep, okay, yep, yep, yeah. Oh, mermaids, yeah, okay. Oh, you gonna say the word? Oh, I shouldn't be talking about aliens. Okay, yeah, okay. And I go back to what I was doing, but I don't even remember I don't know what the fight was even about, because it just takes too much energy. Like, I feel like I only have so much energy on Earth. I pay good tickets to be here, and I really don't have time for, well, one, being sick. That's why I'm eating my orange, and two, for people who believe things I don't believe. So I don't give arguments my energy. I gotta go to slavery. Y'all at work. I'm eating orange. That's ignorant, isn't it? I played a video. Let me choke this down, read this comment. I actually should have played the video before I ate the orange, but here we go. Nothing is being done to us. It's nothing compared to the damage we have done to ourselves. Ooh, by not doing for ourselves. Y'all know what Beaufont's talking about? Beaufont, Savant Jenkins, Jackson. Y'all know what he's talking about? FaceApp, crazy man. We consent to all of this. We consent. Is there anything the United States Incorporated is doing to you that has not been on your breakfast plate? Is there anything that war is doing to anybody that sugar ain't doing to you? Is there anything that's happening that the black people, the white people, the old people, the 1%, is there anything worse that they are doing to you that you have not done to yourself? And first of all, let me preface that. We consent to their entire world. So everything they do to us, we do to us. We had a great conversation this weekend. It was awesome. Y'all didn't watch that? Beaufont was dropping major bombs. Oh, it's beautiful. It was beautiful. I'm still processing. You don't hear the trigonometry, the wave, that everything you see, your reality, it's basically a canceling wave. I think about it from that perspective. Everything, you are a frequency. The only thing that you interact with are frequencies that are on your frequency, waves that are on your frequency. There are waves out there that are just out of phase from your frequency that you can't see. What if the mermaids are and somebody else can see them, you can't? What if other people can see ghosts and you can't? What if other people can see some aliens, you can't? What if other people can, or what if we all see are canceling waves and have different realities? There's a whole lot that's going on out there that we can't see. So everything we do is from a perspective of ignorance. I'm still processing that, Beaufont. That was deep. Like, the way you said it is like really just, it's in there doing something. Damn it, Bigfoot might be real. He just got a machine that makes him hide because he didn't want people to know his name is Durrell.
Afford us little modicums of remedy if we get too close to the truth. It's there to give us some form of appeasement in some cases, and to set some example, and to instill into the minds of the public the belief that the system does actually work and the legal system actually is functional, when nothing could be further from the truth. So we're not going to find any remedy there. The only place we're going to find remedy is in our hearts. And I think in order to really see what's going on around us, we need to be able to look at the wider perspective and look at the bigger picture and put everything in context with each other, because there are so many different avenues that need looking at. And I think it's important that we look at them all, but don't get locked into the belief that any one of them is the be all and end all and has all the answers that we need, because all of them are related. And so many of them are put there simply to keep us arguing and keep us distracted. But be very careful before deciding to believe anything or lock yourself in any belief system. And please, please do not lock yourself into any belief that is strong enough to cause you to argue with other people about this topic that you really don't know the truth of. You may suspect that you know the truth, and you may well be right. But putting it out there as fact and creating that confrontation is not really the way to move things forward. All information needs to be considered, but other people's opinions need to be respected as well. And stating fact on any issue is not the way to open anybody's mind. All you do is put up a barrier and create an argument, and that is not the way forward. And that's one of the big mistakes that we've been making in this independent media. One of the big mistakes we've been making in all the research that we've been doing is finding something that works for us, locking ourselves into that belief, and then screaming fact from the rooftops and shouting down anyone who disagrees with us. Government does so many things to continue this and to pit us against each other, but it's extremely important that we notice that and that we notice how we're being led. Sometimes it's very difficult for the average person to see this because they simply don't have time. They're so busy running on the treadmill. And when they do have any time to spare at all they really want to do is relax. And the most preferred form of relaxation in the modern world is unfortunately television.
Stop. I love confirmation. Look what Riley Jenkins posted. Don't worry about the last name. I change everybody's last name. Y'all Jenkins and Jacksons to me. That's my reality. That's where I resonate. I make up last names for people. And I also make up nicknames for people that I never let y'all know. So he was just talking about how people are busy, you know, and be careful in how you approach the parents and do it in a way that you think it might work. In your family, half of your family you can't approach, right? They're not going to listen to you. A prophet is not sent to their own land. You got to send someone else, send a friend. But he was talking about how, we're all hamsters running on the wheel. I think he said something like that, didn't he? And Riley posted this like 5 minutes ago. Her hamster ate his babies. Why? Because hamster world is hard. Can you imagine being a hamster at Riley's house? Running that damn wheel, she's smoking weed. Imagine being a human being under a 0.01% where you got to work till you die, that as a baby, they attach debt to you that wasn't even your debt, and you running in that wheel your whole damn life, and you're trying to keep up, got this job, that job, trying to pay the bills, turn the light off, this, that, got to go to college, get a degree, what, then got these babies, send that baby to college, got a degree, have a baby, then plan for the baby came too swift, got twin babies, and baby got to buy diapers and infant stuff, and the baby's throwing up on the suits, still got to go to work, and all of that added up, running on that wheel, you just got 5 minutes a day to see what's happening outside of your plantation on the news, and it's telling you that the world's falling apart, the cuckoo virus, and people out there spreading it because they won't respect the rules of the 1%, the 0.01% in the pharmaceutical industry that poison everybody with the sugar industry. And all of a sudden somebody come in your face, you eat your baby. You eat your baby. If a hamster will eat his babies because it's sick of running that damn wheel at Riley house. Riley, you got that little ball? All right, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about something else. When we were kids, we had a little ball. You put the hamster in the ball. He like run around in the ball. It's like an American. No, that's not a bad example. Bad, because in America, it's like being in the steel wheel where you're running. You never get nowhere. I think in like Europe, they kind of get somewhere. Australia and South America and Africa, I think they let people get a little where they got that ball and they run around in the ball. They can go in the living room. They can go in the kitchen. They can't get away. They can't get up. But they got a little more freedoms. In America, you got no freedom. And you get upset, then, you get out the wheel and your hamster baby, say something wrong, you eat the baby. The parents will eat you. That's exactly, and that's my point. People are busy. People, listen, you don't build a world for the 0.01% with unintelligent people. People aren't stupid. They're ignorant. Right. And this is what it gets back to. But also accept that if they eat their babies, you see how people treat them kids. Go to Walmart. Somebody, have y'all been to Walmart at like 2 a.m.? Go to Walmart when the roaches go. Like, go to Walmart when people with the flip-flops and the slippers and the pajamas and the robes go. You should go. I caught myself in a Walmart one time, and I'd never go at that time. And see how these people treat their kids at 2 a.m. in the morning. I want to play on this. I don't want to get this. They got the balls thrown everywhere. People walking around, big perm, big worm, got the rollers in the head, and everybody acting crazy. They beat the hell out of them kids in Walmart. I think at Walmart, they must turn the camera off at 10 p.m. or something, because they know Walmart is a child abuse hotspot conference after probably 10 o'clock. They treat their kids that way, and they love their kids. They love it. They had the kids. Their kids came out of loving. They still feed them because they're still around. What you think they're gonna do to you? That you come and you start aggressifying them, telling them, hey, you're not even 6 feet, man. You ain't got no mask on. Hey, stay 6 feet. Like, get the measuring tape. This is what you do. Carry measuring tape around. I want to talk to you. Have your face diaper on 6 feet. We're being safe. Can I tell you something? Have you ever heard of Dr. Shiva? Have you ever heard of Dr. Buttar? Have y'all, because, just saw the video this morning. They were they were very professional doctors, right? And scientists telling you what's going on and the fact that they are being banned by big tech. All right, real talk, real talk. Hang on, let's finish this up real quick. I can show you something else. We haven't even gotten to damn, what's the name of that damn forest? This is crazy. I heard of this, but I never looked into it till this morning. What did, when the 1% got together and said, this is the world y'all gonna live in, punks? Well, they did that at, on that island, Frankenstein Island. What the hell's the name of that island that created this world? Jekyll Island. At Jekyll Island. But they got together again. We gotta stop these wealthy bastards from getting together, planning our next slavery. Yeah, people out sitting at home, new normal. Great meme. Somebody made a meme this weekend and it said, sitting at home in a face diaper is not being safe. That's literally something about waiting for a vaccine, waiting for your adult vaccine schedule. Because real talk, this is not about a vaccine. I was thinking about it this weekend. It's not about it. Well, there's a lot of things that are going on. Well, it's just one shot. I'm like, you think you really? Well, it's just one. Look, they have a schedule for adults. They've had this for a very long time. They are normalizing the new normal. It starts with one. And it's my theory that there ain't gonna be nothing in the one. I think they put some grape juice. Because I'm ready for the zombies to come out on the first one, like, it's gonna be zombies. I mean, I'm ready. Don't get me wrong. I got my axe. But I don't think that'll happen. That's not what I would do. If I were the pharmaceutical industry, I would put grape juice in the first one. They haven't isolated. I don't want to scare you, because I got a whole schedule. Why would I ruin trillions of dollars I can make on having a global adult shot record and ruin it in the first one by letting some corporation hurry up and ruin it for all the other corporations? Nah, hell no. I said first shot, yeah, it's got to make sure to kill some viruses or something, but it ain't going to be nothing that's going to scare people because we got a whole new normal to give them. Right? You get the first one. DOD, did y'all look at the ID card? The DOD released it. You ever stop to think that maybe the Department of Defense isn't interested in your sniffles? Okay. The fact that they released that card and you got to carry it in your wallet everywhere you go, they're creating a new normal. And it's not just one shot. They're trying to make a normal of being able to not only give you whatever gains them profit, but I think it also is access to your DNA. And that gets into the whole DARPA thing, and I won't go down that path. I just think that it is a bad idea to create a new normal where healthy people are the terrorists and the smart people are the synthetic people that open up their veins and their DNA to the massive corporations and the 0.01%. Slavery is a choice, as Kanye West said, and that is the worst kind of slavery I can even think of. All right, let's just finish up.
And that is how most people spend what spare time they have. Either that or going out and doing some sport that they love. They might go out and play tennis or go swimming or go for a row in the river or something. But very often we're just sitting down watching television, getting fed propaganda by the government, which really doesn't help things very much at all. Again, most of this happens because people are kept in a state of scarcity, which is because of the system itself anyway. So really, it all comes back to what the politicians have done and the situation that they put the public in. The only problem is that we've been taught that government is who we should be relying on, when the reality is that the ones that we should be relying on ultimately is ourselves. And that's been such a problem for our community. It's been such a problem for the human race, their inability to rely on.
Wow.
Do you know the truth behind this global outbreak? Ooh. This is a timeline of how the Chinese Communist Party covered up what was happening inside of China for 6 full weeks.
What?
How they punished the brave whistleblowers who dared to report the truth. How they used the World Health Organization. How they destroyed laboratory evidence. How they sat on the genome for a full week before sharing it with the international community. And how they continued to lie to the entire world until they couldn't cover it up anymore. And now we're all in this critical situation together. To this very day, the communist government is still lying, and their false narratives are being echoed by the world's media, which is why you need a source of news that you can trust. That's why we created this 58-page investigative magazine that not only contains the entire timeline of events, but it also goes in depth and investigates the true death toll that's coming out of China.
What? Let me ask you a question. Is that true? Is that real? I've seen this before. So it's like it's a news media organization or something selling magazines or something. My perspective on that is simple. Yes, all of that is true. Makes sense economically for China to make something out of nothing, right? Destroy America's economy. I think there are probably 100 nations plus terrorist organizations and banks who would love to do that to the NATO allies. No question at all. But all you got to do is open up the magazine and see if there are any advertisements. That's all you got to do. Because if there's an advertisement, it means that there's a limit to the truth that they'll tell you. They'll only tell you what does not offend their advertisers. And I suspect that they are a for-profit corporation that can probably tell more truth than your mainstream media. If they're selling ads, they can't tell you all the truth all the time. They'll have the same problem. Social media has the same problem the rest of these have. All right, we see. What's that? Loving our world. What you got? Before I finish that up. That's blaming the victim. I no longer internalize that. Seriously, all I have left is imagining a better world as Jesus said we could. Yeah, in loving our world, Jesus gave people a job to do. They ain't doing it. They gave it like Jesus. So you know what? So loving our world, when I worked in corporate America, that's what I saw. I saw that we actually have the ability to restore Eden. We actually have the automation, the software, and the robotics to release the human race from global slavery. From doing work that nobody should do. And we're not doing it. We can feed everybody, we can heal everybody, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows what we should be doing, you know, whether through natural law, through Jesus, through Muhammad, Buddha. Everybody knows what we're supposed to be doing. We just don't want to do it. Because we're indoctrinated narcissists, number one. And two, we don't really know that we actually can free the human race. I posted something else this weekend, Loving Our World, that I was listening to some lecture. They're saying that, yeah, in 10 years, 90% of the jobs will be gone. And based on what I understand, that's true. That's very true. The stuff I saw in corporate America still blows my mind today. Yeah, no one's going to have a job in 10 years. You know, so the whole new normal and why they're pulling this, they have robots and automation, and they're either going to serve the 0.01% and they're going to keep us slaves, or they're going to serve the 99.9% and we're all going to go free. Those are our only options. These indoctrinated slave mind ideas that, but what are we going to do about the jobs, the careers, the jobs? We have to think bigger than that. We have to look at what these people are up to and what they want to do and why they pulled all of this now. Right? They are trying to keep us slaves when we now have the technology to go free. So we need to emancipate the whole world, go back to the kind of Garden of Eden model, let people live their lives, be free, let the robots and automation do the heavy lifting, but we will never get there divided, fighting over mermaids and aliens. That's kind of the point of this.
On themselves and the way they've been led away from their life skills. The solution is unity of people. That's it. That's the only thing that's going to bring about any change.
That's it.
The solution is unity. The solution is for people to respect each other and to stand up as one movement. But you're not going to get that until people can put down their barriers with their neighbors and put down their barriers with people and actually stand up as one united front.
That's it. Now you see why I like that video. Unity is the only option. And then you got the people who are like, yeah, well, there'll never be unity. They'll never. Okay, well, listen, you're doing a great job for the 0.01%. Please make sure you get a paycheck. I got to go back to Corbett real quick.
You're listening to The Corbett Report. CorbettReport.com.
Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the Corbett Report podcast. I'm James Corbett of CorbettReport.com, coming to you, as always, from the sunny climes of Western Japan, here on the 4th day of December, 2020. You're tuned into episode 390 of the Corbett Report podcast, Bretton Woods 2.0.
2.0.
Now, it should be a fairly non-controversial observation that when the managing director of the International Monetary Fund uses the current crisis and the resulting economic, social, and political upheaval to take to the global virtual pulpit that has been afforded to her and invoke the memory of Bretton Woods, the historically literate amongst us realize that we in the general public are being prepared for a world historical transition.
Reflecting on the dramatic change in the world over the last year, I paid a visit to Bretton Woods in New Hampshire, where 44 men signed our Articles of Agreement in 1944. Our founders faced two massive tasks: to deal with the immediate devastation caused by the war and to lay the foundation for a more peaceful, more prosperous post-war world. At the conclusion of the conference, John Maynard Keynes captured the significance of international cooperation as hope for the world.
Hope.
If we can continue, the brotherhood of men will have become more than a phrase, he said. We face what I have called a long ascent for the global economy, a climb that will be difficult, uneven, uncertain, and prone to setbacks. But it is a climb up, and we will have a chance to address some persistent problems: low productivity, slow growth, high inequalities, a looming climate crisis. We can do better than build back the pre-pandemic world. We can build forward to a world that is more resilient, sustainable, and inclusive.
Absolutely, but never on the people that created the old criminal world. That's the only problem, ladies, you and I have is so we agree. I agree with everything she said. It was great, fantastic, delicious, nutritious, and true, but not with you. You can't go to the people who caused the problem to solve the problem. You can't go to banks that created scarcity to get rid of scarcity. You can't go to legislators. They ain't legislated the damn thing but artificial scarcity to help you. They're literally rebuilding a world after a false flag. This is a false flag. No matter how you look at it, it's a false flag. Do people die in false flags? Hell yeah, all the damn time. To a degree, you could probably say World War I and World War II were false flags. They set the stage. Bad things happened. We became scared, scarce, and we started listening to people that we should have been putting on trial. All right. You're creating a new global banking system. So hell no, lady, we ain't listening to you. I ain't listening to you. They do this. This is how they keep the world. They keep people scared in face diapers, and they build a new world all to keep control when you can be free.
We must seize this new Bretton Woods moment.
Yes, and put you in prison with everybody else that you know that's in your phone book that's got anything to do with central bank control, slavery, colonization, and war. Absolutely. The whole idea of government has to go away. The whole idea of control and power at a principal level has to die.
A new Bretton Woods moment. Well, if those words spoken by the managing director of the International Monetary Fund at this particular moment of crisis do not pique your interest, if not actively send shivers down your spine, then don't worry, you're probably not alone, because unfortunately, much to the public's detriment, we have had occluded from our attention the important facts that make up the material basis of our existence and the living, breathing history that affects us to this very day. So it is time to start filling in those gaps in our knowledge about such things as the Bretton Woods Conference. And although I won't go so far as to say that Bretton Woods was the defining or most important moment of the 20th century, it certainly was a focal moment in time in which threads that were being woven throughout the beginning part of the 20th century were starting to converge and come together and weave a tapestry that affects us and that we live with to this very day in some important respects. So we could fill in our gaps in our knowledge by turning to that bastion of truthiness, Wikipedia, where we could learn the dry and dusty details of names, dates, and figures that make the stuff of the mainstream history textbooks that generally tend to make people's eyes glaze over and convince them that history itself is a drab and lifeless affair. And we could learn, for example, that the Bretton Woods Conference was held in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire in July of 1944 and brought together 730 delegates from all 44 allied nations to create the IMF and the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, which became part of the World Bank. And it created a system where countries would peg their currencies to the US dollar, which itself was convertible to gold at $35 an ounce, blah, blah, blah. I've probably already lost your attention. So let's...
Only if you're listening to James Corbett have you lost attention. If you weren't listening to him, if you have not been following what actually happens in the world, that sounded like blah, 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 blah. If you know what he was saying, he basically said, these are the people who have kept global slavery going. These are the colonizers, right? And that's why I always talk about colonizers. These are the people that John Perkins talked about in Confession of an Economic Hitman. These are the banks that are behind the CIAs and the groups that destroy and topple governments, murder millions of people, starvation, poverty, human trafficking, sex trafficking, all the stuff that they create by destroying countries to steal their resources and give them debt to where they can't get out. The same people who attach debt to your children at birth. It's the perfect slavery. Debt is the perfect slavery. Fiat currency and gold. See, the problem with the gold-based currency, you couldn't wage endless war with it. So they had to get rid of it. So of course, we're not our currency is based on nothing. So you can print all the money you need to make all the tanks, bombs, guns, and just keep it going. When nations were attached to a gold standard, they can only wage a war for a few weeks, few months, and they run out of money, and that's the end of it. Global war requires fiat currency, and we've done worse. We're now going to not but the problem with the fiat currency is there's only so many trees on the planet. So you can only print so much money. There's only so many coins, and only so much copper. We're going to a fiat digital currency. We literally could wage endless war in the freaking universe, galaxy. Now I'm thinking about aliens. Let him talk before I take on that point and goes to the next spot, right? So what he's saying is these are the people who created climate change. They're not trying to fight climate change. These are the people that require war. They're not fighting war. These are the people who make you a slave. They're not here to free you. These are the people who kept colonization going till today.
Let's not do that. Let's paint the context of what it looked like there in July of 1944, literally 3 weeks after D-Day and after the definitive turning of the tide of the Second World War. And the Allies essentially converged on Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, sleepy mountain town, to essentially carve up the world and decide on the new monetary order that they understood would dictate the course of world trade, at the very least, for decades, if not generations to come. And it was a particularly interesting time, I suppose, to be a technocrat with dreams of creating central planning and control over vast swaths of the human population. So one can imagine the types of figures who descended on Bretton Woods and the key figures who actually ended up really penning and forging that agreement, more on which later. But again, let's think of the context of what was happening there in 1944, where you have these people meeting in the ashes, essentially, of World War II, the incredible carnage and destruction that had been wrought across not just Europe, but large portions of the globe, and countries in ruins, countries in crippling war debt that they were not likely to escape anytime soon, coming to Bretton Woods essentially to learn how the world was going to be governed by the United States going from there on out. There was no delusions amongst any of the attendees about that and about the pecking order that had emerged in the wake of World War II. And it's not just the ashes of World War II that these people were living in and constructing this, what they hoped would be a phoenix to rise from those ashes. It was the ashes of the world economy generally that had been tattered by decades of violent upheaval and turmoil. Emphasis on the word violent, starting, I mean, you could go back to World War I itself and paint the picture that way and look at not only the incredible crippling war debts and reparations that had been wrought throughout World War I that led to for example, the turmoil in Germany, the rise and fall of the Weimar Republic, the hyperinflationary events leading to National Socialism and all of those pieces of that puzzle. But of course, then also you look at the context in the United States and elsewhere, the great crash of 1929, the Great Depression. You have tariffs and trade barriers being erected. You have the disintegration of the gold standard, which had been the basis for world trade in the 19th and early 20th century. So much of the world was in tatters that in 1944, one could imagine finding succor in the words world order. And it was very much a new world order that was being constructed at that Bretton Woods conference. So I think that an incredibly instructive way to view history is through a lens that almost no historians use, which is the monetary lens, to understand history through monetary history. And when you do so, you start to see connections between events that otherwise seem disparate, disconnected, chaotic, random. Suddenly, dots start to line up, start to connect, and you start to see how there is a thread that runs through various events. And I think my audience will be particularly well situated to put that monetary history lens through to look at the history of the early 20th century that led up to the Bretton Woods Conference. For example, you can take the history of the Federal Reserve that I outlined in Century of Enslavement, CorbettReport.com.
And the rest of it you can watch on Corbett. So there you go. I'm done. That's all I got to do. That's all I got to do. You can just hand the mic to Corbett. If you don't follow Corbett Report, you need to. We're going to do some comments, and I'm going to get out of here. The bottom line is you have to pay attention to what's happening. View things through an economic lens. View things through how we do. Right? They control us via money and debt. They control us by fear and by hope, the same way they control the world. So economics is the answer. Use principles to fight things as though it's spiritual warfare. I'm going to do comments. I'm going to get out of here. I'll post a link. You can watch the whole thing. Yeah, we don't watch the whole thing here. I don't do that. You can go off and watch it yourself. I kind of try to give people a bite of who they should be watching. And I do have to cut into the live streams here and there, Christine. So there's copyright things. You can do perspectives and you can do reviews and you can show clips, but then you can't show the whole thing. All right. Use all the narcissistic tricks and use them, and the tricksters and chaos, the weapons and mirrors. Yep. The only way you get around tricks, Jimmy, is to not be tricked. If you're not trickable, you can't be tricked. Don't go to the people who've been tricking you for the last 3,000 years to stop tricking you. They're not going to stop tricking you. That's their job. Don't go to big tech corporations to help you with the sniffles or with your cardiovascular issues. They're there for profit. They're not there for safety. They're not there for health. Big tech companies that are for profit are there for profit. Period. End of story. Don't go to for-profit corporations for your news. Use your eyes. Use your common sense. Use history. Use economics, but don't use for-profit corporations. And don't go to a for-profit government either. All right. What we resist persists. What I love, Jeannie, not only the principle of that we become who we fight, whatever you fight and how you fight, that's really what you become. But also that's is that JFK or is that Eisenhower who said that, right? So what James Corbett's talking about, he's talking about the military industrial complex. What JFK was talking about, the secret society, is what Corbett said. These are the people who run the world. These are the people who make you smoke crackabis. These are the people who make you crazy, make people get drunk and have suicides and do crazy, who hate this life. These are the people who build the Ponzi pyramid schemes that enslave the human race. They're not there to help. So absolutely. So we all we need to resist is our own complicity in this system. That's all we got to do. Yes, but yes. Therefore, it's time to act. Yep, it gets worse. Soon there'll be no escape. Well, I think there'll always be an escape, Christine. It's just the longer we wait, the more it's going to hurt. Right? The longer we wait, the more it's going to take gunpowder. And gunpowder goes boom. It's a bad idea, especially if we love our kids. How? If that question was to me, Darlene, how do you resist? You walk away. You give up your consent. The greatest thing you can do to recover your energy is to stop believing in someone else's system, to stop believing in their own energy. Start believing in yourself. Believe in freedom. Believe in sovereignty, right? Take back your energy and take back your power. And you can't do that believing in the 0.01% dreams, fascinations, and hope. hope in them maintaining control after a global collapse. It's to walk away. Walk away. That's all you got to do. If you fight it, you empower them. They want you to fight. They want a civil war. I joke about that, but that's what they want. That's why they have maskers and no maskers, lockdowners and no lockdowners. And everyone has got good points, right? Everyone is speaking up for somebody who died from something, or somebody who's in poverty, or someone who's been suicidal, or protecting their children. Everyone in their own little isolated indoctrination way have their own beliefs. And that's how they keep everybody controlled, is they keep everybody in opposition. All right. Yeah, it was good. You just watched it. It was really good, Riley. It was off the hooks. Oh, Ron Paul just got a pop-up. He's out dining. All right. Hopefully he's not being safe. Hey, who's this? Gandhi got us to sit down. Yeah, he did, Jimmy, because he used peaceful methods. But don't talk to Harsh about it, because he's going to get upset at you and say mean things. Gandhi did some other stuff, too, so we won't go into that. Yeah, it was a good video. But so the people who are good at unity are the people we need to spend time around. The people who are unifying people, that is what we need to do. That's how we get out of this. We have to walk away from happy slavery, happy enslavement, and start cheering any system or groups that are bringing people together from diverse backgrounds. That's the only way that we get out of this. Gandhi also beat that bill. There you go. I don't know what he did. I just know Harsh was not feeling it. We speak about Gandhi in very positive ways in the United States. And Harsh was like, no, that's not really the story. Somebody else actually did more for the movement. And the man has some issues, which is okay. Every man has issues. Every woman has issues. Martin Luther King had issues. JFK had issues. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's got their problems. But, doing the right things and getting behind the right ideas are more important. So it's not about that it came from Gandhi or Martin Luther King or JFK or Eisenhower or Hauser. What matters is it true or not? Will it help or not? Century of Enslavement is a classic must-see. Yep, and there are a lot of great books you can give people this Christmas to catch up. I have a whole book list of the books my friends have recommended and the different lectures we've watched from those authors. So I got a whole book section on my profile list. Great Christmas good, great cubby stuffers, especially for people who don't want you to have Christmas and Thanksgiving with them. I had to tell Rebecca that this morning. Rebecca said, I think, oh, Lord have mercy. I don't know. Is your family in Florida, Rebecca? Rebecca said that her family wants them to get tested before they come and spend time with them. If anybody in my family needs me to be tested before they meet me, you're not in my family. I don't, you're, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind how scared people are. Yeah, I'll never do that. I already told my family I'm not playing cuckoo virus with them no more. I gave them enough time to catch up. I sent them enough videos. At this point in time, most of the people in my particular family, the ones who don't get it, they don't want to get it. All right. They're committed to their belief system in the 0.01% in mass vaccination of the entire globe, giving an adult vaccination schedule. They already believe in that. They believe in 0.01% control and whatever. So I don't waste my time. I told them, listen, I'll see y'all after y'all done playing cuckoo virus, but I'm not playing cuckoo virus with you. So I like to play real games. I don't like to play East India Trading Company games with criminals and psychopaths. I'm not going to play that game. So Gandhi did great. His power came from inside and 100% faithful to his words and action. That's how you reach results. All right. Well, you know what, Christine, I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but I'm not, debating you. Don't debate them. I just sit back and say Gandhi did positive things. So I promote what he did. And I leave all that. Julian Assange, same thing. Did great things. Let's do more of that. And then the conspiracy. Oh, see how that fits in? And then the conspiracy. Oh, they were such a good person. They were a bad person. So what they did to help people was bad, right? And so this is what we just talked about, right? This is why it is so effective, what they do. They attach people's emotions to beliefs and conspiracies. And that's how they keep things going. That's your comfort zone, boundaries, speak up in conversations and grocery lines, keep pushing your comfort, your fear will just melt away. And it is, Barbara. More stores I go into now, less and less face diapers. I got a new gas station. When the gas station, It was a no-face diaper gas station. That's going to be my permit. I'm going to make sure I support them and buy lots of gas from them. And you can test the system where you are the best that you can, but you want to support the people who are like starting to stand up for human freedom. The ones that still believe in this 0.01%, you want to trust them a whole lot less. Invest in your fellow and not in gold. Yeah, invest in human sovereignty, Jimmy T. Invest in human sovereignty. But you have a lot of people who have savings, and this is part of why a lot of folks want to, stay where they are. They don't want to change anything because they're invested in the system. No different than, Facebook, Google, all the big tech corporations, Microsoft, that were promised the billions of dollars. They got the right people in cabinet spots in Washington. And they got it. Did y'all watch that Kim Iverson video? Shoot, I might show you a piece of that if y'all want to see it. Just looking at those contracts. Lee Camp did another great one on that. They were waiting on billions of dollars to in contracts with the federal government, with the CIA specifically. So as far as the selection, well, we know who won the selection. It should be obvious. All you got to do is drive around the country for a little bit. It's obvious who won, who the popular vote was for. So I don't even touch that. I don't even go there. The bottom line was it had nothing to do with him, had nothing to do with Democrats nor Republicans. It had to do with billions of dollars. And so the people who were promising the contracts, they happen to be on the liberal side. So there's no question that big tech companies would do anything they could to make sure that the right people got in office. And some of them were probably Republicans to make they get billions in contracts. It's just money. It's just economics. That's all it is. All right. I have no one around me except one. That's it. Darlene, do that indeed. Ditto. Okay, I think I'm about to get out of here. Gandhi was strict to everyone. Not only what he did, my guru was under Gandhi, and she sees everything. I don't believe the smears on Gandhi. Okay, Christine. I don't know that I believe him or disbelieve him. I don't know that I care. I don't think it's significant. Like, I think that he's gone, and we know that they're going to smear the history. You're going to change the history, and they're going to smear the memory of anybody who actually did anything. This system, it thrives at killing the good guy, at destroying the good guy or the good girl, and destroying their memory. All right. I'm a sarcastic a-hole. All right, I'll tell the truth, right? Okay. All right. I think we're about to get out of here. The doors do not appear if you don't want to see them. Well, everyone lives in their own reality, Jeannie. I think that's how that works. I'm done. I'm not spending Christmas with my family. Too much panic. I want a nice, cozy Christmas. Yeah, I just might put on my onesie, Christine, and be done with it. And yes, I have a onesie. I posted that last night. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. Real men wear onesies. Onesie Society, United States, or the corporation of the world. You got to find comfort. And I think that's the point right there is you got to find a way to make it through all of this nonsense and maintain yourself. If it's a cozy onesie, great. If it's mermaids, some aliens, that's great too. The bottom line is you got to make it through, and we only get through if we maintain our ability to keep fighting. All right. However, you have to convince yourself that you are justified to tell others what to do. You're wrong. Absolutely. Anybody telling anybody else what to do is wrong by principle. Wrong and it's a violation. That's abuse right there. If you are standing with those telling others what to do or how to live, you're already abused. You're already aligning with abusers. So you have no reason to be upset with anybody in a white beater doing anything that they do. All right, I gotta go. Oh, how did I miss that? It's on my profile, Jill. No, I was kicked back. I was comfortable. Shoot, I do comfort. In the world can come all you want. Y'all can have your Civil War. You can have everything you want. I am going to be comfortable. Anyway, this is Gerard. Y'all have a great day.
Break the chains that bind me, break the chains that bind you? Do you want to set the world free? Have perfect harmony? Isn't it time for that? Do you want to free, boom, 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 free the people? Do you want to free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do you want to let go of the prisoners? See everyone happy. We can have this and more if we open up the doors. Well, what do you think about that? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you want to free, boom, 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 free the people and Mother Nature too? Close down all the zoos. Do you want to boom, 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 boom? Do you want to boom, 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 boom? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you want to free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do